everyone, Shabby Gamer here. We are back and we're about to find out who Nitro have stolen from Thunder. Adam Rose. Obviously a created wrestler that's been given the Adam Rose. Oh, it's Bayley. What a cracking steal it is for Nitro. It's Bayley. Obviously they've not got the strongest women's division in the world, so to steal someone like Bayley is going to be great for Raw. For Nitro, should I say. That's great for them. That really is. And obviously, if you've seen the end of the last video, there was a bit of a dodgy match, to say the least. The Undertaker was counted out after Mark Henry destroyed him on the outside and would not let him get back in the ring. The referee just continued to count, even though Mark Henry was not the legal man. And yeah, it was a very interesting finish of the match, and from that, Nitro have managed to gain themselves Bayley. So let's crack on with our next match then. And here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be the Television Championship match between Hideo Itami and the current champion Neville. Now, of course, if you haven't already seen part 1 of this video, there will be a link in the description below. We've already had 4 matches on this pay-per-view. This video is going to be the final 3 matches. We've got Hideo Itami versus Neville. We have got Baron Corbin taking on Cactus Jack for the Thunder Championship. And of course, we've got our big main event as Kevin Owens defends his Nitro Championship against Shinsuke and Nakamura. So 3 cracking matches coming up for you here. On the first video, we saw... I'm going to give you results now, so if you're not seeing it, then hit pause straight away and go down to the link in the description below to watch that video. But we saw Bad News Barrett successfully retain his United States Championship against Rob Van Dam. We saw Trish Stratus finally get a hold at the Thunder Women's Championship over Sasha Banks after a match that really, it went the length, that match. It was a cracking match, and I think Sasha, if she wasn't going to go for the submission finisher, I think she probably would have won that match, to tell the honest truth. We then saw the Tag Team Championship match with the new member of the Nitro roster, Alexa Bliss. She helped the Blake and Murphy team take those Tag Team Championships away from the Primetime players. We've got brand new Nitro Tag Team Champions as well. And then in our last match of the last video, we saw Sting teaming up with The Undertaker to take on Mark Henry and Stardust in a strange Bedfellows interpromotional draft steel match. And of course, like I said earlier on in this video, Mark Henry pinning The Undertaker on the outside. Not the legal man, but the referee continued to count, which really surprised me. I'm surprised it was allowed to continue on that way, but either way, The Undertaker was counted out. And that allowed Nitro to get 1 draft steal from Thunder. And as we just saw at the beginning of this video, Nitro have taken Bayley, which is a great draft for them because Nitro was struggling in their women's division. And tonight alone, they've managed to add Alexa Bliss and Bayley to that division. So I think that's really going to help them out now. And of course, talking of Nitro, here is our... Did that just say custom champion? It did, didn't it? Why does it say that for? Well, this is our television champion, Neville. I've got to write that down on my list of things to look at now. I'm sure all these championships are set correctly. I'm sure they are, but... Well, obviously they're not if that's come up. But, TV title name... But yeah, we saw a fantastic match between Neville and Shinsuke Nakamura when Neville won the television championship. And now I'm pretty sure we're going to see another fantastic match here as Neville defends that belt against Hideo Itami. And there it is, the television championship. It's all going up for that now. Hideo Itami versus Neville. And here we go, we are underway. And I'm still coughing my guts up. Oh. I probably should go to bed soon, but I want to get the rest of this video done first. It is now 1 o'clock in the morning. But we shouldn't be too much longer. But saying that, our first 4 matches of today's video did take an hour. I don't know why it's taken so long, because I'm sure our pay-per-views on Season 1 were only lasting about an hour still. I don't remember them lasting this long. This pay-per-view across the 2 videos looks like it's going to last in excess of 2 hours, which is not a problem. Not a problem. I can get it all recorded for you. I'm enjoying doing it, and as long as you guys are enjoying watching this much in one go, then even better. As I say, I think the good thing is split into 2 videos as well, is it really it helps you guys as well, because sometimes you want to sit down and watch a video, but you can't commit to watching 2 hours. I can't never do that anyway. So so to break it down into 2 videos means you can watch one part and then watch the other part later on. So it's pretty good. And of course Nitro. For me, Nitro got probably the strongest male roster out of the lot. They got Lesnar, Owens, Rusev, Neville, Itami, Triple H, Samoa Joe, Goldberg, Del Rio, CM Punk, Shinsuke Nakamura. It was a cracking top end of the roster there in Nitro. Hideo Itami up into, well, look like he was going to go for a Hurricane Rana, but Neville drops him back in almost like an inverted electric chair. And now Neville with that reverse DDT as well. And I'm hoping to see something better of Neville sooner or later. I don't think they've really given him that big of an opportunity as of yet, but I think he probably will get it at some point. Of course, he was injured about a week or 2 before WrestleMania, so I don't know when we're getting back. I think he broke his shin, I think. I don't know if it necessarily was as bad as it sounds, breaking your shin, but it obviously wasn't good. He's been out for a while. But hopefully we'll get him back sooner rather than later, and I'd like to see him get an opportunity at the United States or Intercontinental Championship. If they're going to give belts to The Miz, there's no reason why Neville should not be involved in that sort of picture. I can't understand why. I can't understand why they took the belt away from Zack Ryder, to tell the truth. That was such a pointless exercise. I know it was great to see Zack Ryder win the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. It was great because of just how much it meant to him and all that sort of stuff. You could really see it meant so much to him, but at the same time, it just seems a little bit odd why they would just take the belt off him straight away, and then he had a rematch on SmackDown. You expect him to get the belt back, and then he lost that again, and it's like, it just makes no sense. And now The Miz is going on to face off against, is it Cesaro at what is the next pay-per-view? Is it Payback? Is it? And for me, it's just if The Miz beats Cesaro, I'm going to be absolutely just angry, I think. It is The Miz versus Cesaro, isn't it? It'd be pretty crazy for me, and I'm not a big fan of The Miz. I never have been. Never will be. He's pretty good on the microphone, but apart from that, he's just not a very entertaining wrestler in my book. And again, neither Zack Ryder is not entertaining. The thing is, I think the reason why people like Zack Ryder is they can just see how much everything means to him. And I think that's why Zack Ryder gets over. The Miz, nobody can be asked. I think WWE need to realise sometimes when people are booing people, a bit like Roman Reigns, they're not booing Roman Reigns because he's a bad guy. They're booing Roman Reigns because they don't want to see him. And it's the same thing with The Miz, I think. And then I don't think the crowd are booing The Miz because he's a bad guy. I think the crowd are booing The Miz because they really can't be asked to watch him. Hideo Itami control this match at the moment. There's the power slam on Neville. And the best thing about this match, I suppose, is both these guys do not have submission finishes, so it should be a decent finish in this match. Of course, Hideo Itami has he has all the strikes he likes to use sometimes to win a match, but he also has the GTS as well. Neville, of course, with the red arrow. Which, for those of you in America that don't know what the red arrow is, the red arrows are a group of stunt planes in the UK that do basically tricks. They do like air shows and stuff like that, where they do the loop-de-loops and stuff like that. And that's where Neville got his name from. I also believe that Neville's name itself, Neville, I believe it's because he's a Manchester United fan and he's a big fan of Gary Neville, I believe. I might be wrong on that, but Neville goes in for the pin. I can't imagine that's true, actually, because Neville is actually a Geordie. He's from Newcastle, so I can't imagine he is a Man United fan, but that's what I heard, that he named himself after Gary Neville. I might be wrong. A bit like Kevin Owens named himself after Owen Hart. Hideo Itami sending Neville over the top, but Neville manages to hold on. Hideo catches him with that right hand and now takes him up and drops him down on the mat. Very painful looking backdrop that was. Hideo just slamming the arm of Neville into the mat. Neville now with the Northern Lights suplex. These guys got to watch the referees up to a 6 count already. We saw Undertaker counted out in the last match, and could we see another count out here as Hideo's head slams off the ring post. Referee's up to a 6. Neville is back in. Referee up to a 7, and Hideo joins him. Forearm by Hideo, and here he is now with his strikes. Backhand. And now going for the kicks. Couple of big ones to the chest. And then a spinning heel kick to the gut to finish Neville off. Is that going to be enough to get the pin? 1, 2. That was close to a 3 count already. Oh, Neville out of nowhere, the ace crusher. And now Neville's looking to go up top. Is he looking for a red arrow already, maybe? No, he goes for the inverted 450. In for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Hideo kicks out on the brink of a 3 count. And Neville looks to continue the assault straight away. Locking in a knee bar here on Hideo Itami. Itami fights back, and that's the last thing you want to do in that situation, is get yourself closer to Itami's legs and leave one free for him to catch you with a kick like that. A running dropkick by Itami. In for the pin he goes. 1, 2. Oh, close to a 3 count once again, but Neville, just with a small amount of energy he had left, managed to kick out of that one. Of course, Hideo Itami got this match by beating Tyson Kidd on our last episode of Nitro last Monday. I'm sure we'll see Tyson Kidd get some more opportunities in the future. There's the snap underhook suplex there by Hideo Itami, who's now looks like he's lining Neville up. German suplex. I thought he might have been lining him up for the GTS, then decides against it. Now catches Neville with a couple of clotheslines. Catches the leg of Neville, and there's the trip. And now Hideo's going up top. What's Itami got from the top rope? Oh, it's a big double foot stomp. He used that as his original finisher move when he came into NXT. He's not going to go for the pin though. He's going to go for the head scissors, and Neville manages to slide free. Neville now sending Hideo into the corner. Taking Hideo up onto the top rope. And Neville with a big Hurricanrana. Hideo was in a good position there to potentially go for the red arrow, but Neville must not think enough damage has been done as of yet. There's the snapmare now, locking in the reverse chin lock. Just slowing the pace of the match down and regaining a little bit of energy. Wise moves. Hideo there with the elbow to the gut of Neville. There's the punch to the gut there by Neville. Gets on the back of Hideo. German suplex into the corner. Neville's going to go for the pin straight away. 1, 2. Oh, and again, so close to a 3. Neville once again. There's another ace crusher. And Hideo is down. Neville puts him in a position. There's a standing corkscrew moonsault. Goes in for the pin. I thought he might be considering a red arrow as well, but that could be enough. It's still not enough. Hideo still manages to kick out after the 2. And again, both guys slowly back up to their feet. And Hideo manages to get back with a little bit of momentum. Catches Neville with a running dropkick. Oh, he's won it! What? I wonder with this game sometimes how it works. Neville demolished Hideo Itami for so long in that match. Itami comes back with a running dropkick and picks up the 3 count. I can't believe it, but I've got a brand new television champion here in Hideo Itami. And Neville's going to be stunned by this. He must have been knocked out by that dropkick because, like I said, it makes no sense. Neville's demolished Hideo for the last few minutes. Been consistently getting 2 count after 2 count after 2 count. And then Hideo with just one running dropkick was just enough to finish Neville off. So we have another title change this evening. So far I've had 4 championship matches. 3 championships have changed hands. And only 1 has been successfully defended. I'll tell you what, it's not looking very good for Cactus Jack and for Kevin Owens at this rate, is it? There's the ace crusher there by Neville. In the standing corkscrew moonsault. And like I say, if that's not going to finish off a match, then how does a running dropkick? That's pretty crazy. Pretty damn crazy. There is the running dropkick. Is that a finisher or... Oh, it was. That was his running knee. That was his running knee finisher, wasn't it? Oh, okay. I'll take it all back then. That was actually Hideo Itami's finisher maneuver. It looked like a running dropkick, but it was his running knee strike. And we've got a brand new television champion. Neville held the belt for a couple of weeks. And Hideo is now the TV champion. Hideo will get himself a hot streak as well for picking up 2 wins in 2 weeks. Of course, he defeated Tyson Kidd in the last episode of Nitro. And now here he is picking up the television championship here on Fully Loaded. So what a great win this is for Hideo Itami. And I wonder if he can hold on to that belt a little bit longer than what Neville did. So, 4 championships defended. 3 new champions, 1 retained. And here is one of our double main events. It's going to be Cactus Jack defending his Thunder Championship against Baron Corbin in an Extreme Rules. A little bit of a crazy one this one. We weren't expecting this at all. Cactus Jack managed to defeat all the odds and win the 6-man elimination chamber on the first episode of Thunder to become the Thunder Champion. And then Baron Corbin on this week's Thunder episode, only uploaded a few days ago, managed to win a 6-man ladder match to get the opportunity to face off here against Cactus Jack for the Thunder Championship. So, pretty crazy all in all. I'm just amazed at now how this match has been put together. But then again, it's an interesting concept. It's going to be strange to see this match, just see who comes out on top. It's Extreme Rules, so weapons are allowed, which could really help either of these guys, really. Cactus Jack, we know how dangerous he is when weapons are involved, and Baron Corbin, he's a bit of a loose cannon. With weapons involved, he could be very, very dangerous as well. So it's going to be interesting to see just how this one goes. Of course, Cactus Jack is going to have a hell of amount of resilience in this one. I dare say that Baron Corbin will probably dominate the majority of the match with his strength. But Cactus Jack is the sort of guy that just will not stay down. But will we see only the 2nd championship of the evening successfully retained? Or will we see the 4th championship of the evening successfully won? As the challenger now looks to make his entrance into the ring. Of course, it's Baron Corbin. So far, it's been a decent night for Nitro. They've gained themselves Bailey, which is a fantastic pull for them. Triple H was saying that the women's division and the tag team division of Nitro wasn't as strong as he'd want it to be. He's already addressed the tag team situation. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to have 4 debuting tag teams over the next 2 weeks at Nitro. We're going to have 2 debuting on the episode tomorrow. We're going to have 2 debuting on the episode next Monday. The winners of both of those matches are going to go on to face each other, and the winner of that match will be getting an opportunity at Blake and Murphy's Tag Team Championships. Baron Corbin, this could be very interesting for him. Like we say, he's made his debut on the main roster pretty soon after he made his debut on the main roster at WrestleMania, I suppose, in that big Andre the Giant Battle Royal, winning the match, which I think I was saying this the other day, I've never been a fan of this guy at all. I've always thought he was very overrated and this, that and the other, and I wasn't really impressed by him and all that. But then as soon as he debuted on the main roster, all of a sudden, because I'm a big fan of NXT, I all of a sudden just feel this affinity for him, and I want to see him do well because he's an NXT guy. And I think so far they've booked him quite well since he came onto the main roster. Of course, winning the Battle Royal has been great for him. I think, of course, the way they booked him as well. When the first Raw after Mania came on, I was really worried because I was looking at it thinking, oh, they're going to have Baron Corbin just destroy his Dolph Ziggler here to get over. But the fact that they made it finish in a double count out and then Corbin attacked Ziggler outside the ring, it just enforces the sort of loose cannon style gimmick they've got on him at the moment, which I think is the best thing to do at the moment because I think it really works on him. Oh, great belly to back suplex there by Cactus Jack on Baron Corbin. A little bit worried now. I seem to have lost one of my videos on my computer, which is why you can hear me clicking, because I'm a bit worried that one of my videos might have disappeared. Which, if it has, could be a major problem. That's not good, is it? Okay, I'll have to have another look into that, because that's a bit of a worry. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know who I'd even fancy that. I want to say Cactus Jack is the favourite, but I just don't think he is. I think Baron Corbin could be the favourite for this one, you know. As Cactus Jack using the spinning toe hold. Clever move to use, because if you're going to take down a big redwood, you take him down from the bottom of the trunk. The much you weaken the trunk, the more difficult it's going to be for him to stay standing. So clever move, and of course Cactus Jack, big friends with Terry Funk. And of course that is one of Terry Funk's moves, the old spinning toe hold. As Baron Corbin slides to the outside. And we said he was going to be dangerous for weaponry. It looks like he's going to get himself some as well. Cactus Jack is just waiting for him now. Cactus slides outside the ring. Essentially looking for an equaliser. No, he's back in the ring, and maybe he should look for an equaliser. Though, as Baron Corbin catches him in the gut with that sledgehammer. And now to the knee as well. Oh, Cactus with a big knee to the gut of Baron Corbin. Aha, I found them. Don't worry, I found my videos now. It's all these ones I paid for recently, all the entrance videos you've been seeing. Like the fully loaded one you would have seen earlier on, twice now. On the video number 1 and this video as well. I must have put them in the wrong folder on my computer. As Baron Corbin, the belly-to-belly suplex. It's a 2 count, and already was close to a 3 count for Baron Corbin. And like I said, I fancy him as a favourite in this one, you know. And you can see why, as he's dominating Cactus Jack here. Corbin thrown into the corner by Jack, and Cactus Jack looking to try and get a little bit more back in this one. And oh, there's that running knee strike in the corner. Oh, Baron Corbin's been busted open by Cactus Jack. Jack showing he's no slouch. But I don't think the Blood's going to face Cactus Jack at all. We know that he's a, if anything, he's blood obsessed. Corbin with the snapmare. And now looking to slow the match down a little bit. Trying to regain a little bit of his composure. Being busted open is probably going to throw him off his game a little bit. But not much by the looks of it here, as he's dominating Cactus Jack. Takes him up in that front drop suplex. Baron Corbin with a pin once again. 1, 2. And again, Cactus Jack manages to kick out after the 2 count. Baron Corbin can't believe it. And what a rise to glory this will be for Baron Corbin. His first match on Thunder was that 6-man ladder match where he won the opportunity here to face Cactus Jack. He's now main eventing a pay-per-view. He could even win a championship here at his first pay-per-view as well. As Corbin looking for a super backdrop on Cactus Jack, and that's potentially a move that can finish Jack off, and Corbin thinks that as well. He goes in for the pin. That was so close to a 3 count. It is unbelievable. I think if Baron Corbin's got himself an end of days saved up, then this could be all she wrote for Cactus Jack's short Thunder Championship career. Again, Baron Corbin taking Cactus Jack up onto the top. And again, looking for another super backdrop, and again, hits it hard. Corbin just looking at his hand, seeing how much he's bleeding. Probably should have gone for the pin straight away on Jack, but still a chance, but it was only a 2 count. And again, Corbin can't believe it. Cactus Jack now twisting the arm of Baron Corbin, but Corbin fights through with that boot to the gut. And just launches Cactus Jack across the ring via his neck. As the referee very sneakily there just slides the sledgehammer out of the ring. And Baron Corbin's lining Cactus Jack up. And we can have a brand new champion here if he hits this. And he does hit it. There's the end of days. 2. And Cactus Jack kicked out. That's crazy. How on earth is Cactus Jack kicking out of this stuff? It's almost like he's kicking out of... The more damage he takes, the more quickly he kicks out of stuff. Big boot to the back there by Baron Corbin once again looking for the pin. And eventually Cactus Jack's body is going to give up. Baron Corbin has dominated the majority of this match. Ever since he caught Cactus Jack with that sledgehammer, Jack's just never got back into it. Or maybe this is his opportunity now, the Russian leg sweep. And Cactus Jack may be looking for an equaliser. What's he finding underneath that ring? He's got himself a table. Oh, but Baron Corbin just takes the table straight back off of him. And Cactus gets the table straight back off Baron Corbin. And Corbin takes it back off Cactus Jack. Now, one thing that I would like to see a bit more in this game is, well, I'd like to see a lot less of this table stealing, but I'd like to see people actually, when they get a table out from underneath the ring, instead of just swinging it at people and using it as a blunt object, actually put people through the table. And don't get me wrong, it has happened once or twice in this universe mode. Someone's put a table up in a corner and they put their opponent through it, which is great. I'd like to see a lot more of that. It's the same with a ladder. I think if you're going to put a ladder up underneath the ring, I think they should use it a bit more like a ladder rather than just a blunt object to swing at people. And now all of a sudden Cactus Jack is back in this one. And he's doing some damage to Baron Corbin. It just seems Cactus Jack seems much more at home outside the ring. Well, he was until Baron Corbin threw him into the apron there. Corbin just circling Cactus Jack there. And just hitting him in the gut with that table while he's laying on the floor. But Jack's back up and takes the table back. Oh, we're not going to play this game again, are we, 2K? Thank you, Baron Corbin, just for dropping the table. Couple of big right hands, but Jack managed to avoid the last one. He's biting the nose of Baron Corbin and then just slams him back first into the table. Cactus Jack sending Baron Corbin all the way across, and Corbin goes slamming into the barrier. Now Corbin sending Cactus Jack into the apron. Very much to and fro on the outside of the ring here at the moment. Corbin slamming the head of Cactus Jack into the mat, now bringing him back up to his feet. Throwing him back into the ring, of course. Pinfalls and submissions inside the ring only count in this match. It is Extreme Rules, weapons are allowed, no rope breaks. But pinfalls must take place inside the ring. Talking of pinfalls, Baron Corbin rolling Cactus Jack over, and that's the reason why he's not pulling away from the ropes here. Because like I said, you have to be... there's no rope break, sorry, in this type of match. Cactus Jack managed to avoid that kick to the back and catches Baron Corbin. Now he's going to go for that spinning toe hold again. Just weakening the leg of Baron Corbin. You see the blood still streaming from the face of Baron Corbin. You must think that the longer this match goes on, the more difficult it's going to become for Corbin to continue onwards. As Cactus Jack takes Corbin up. There's the pile driver. In for the pin he goes. 1, 2. And Baron Corbin kicks out now. What an insane match we've been watching here. As Cactus Jack looks like he's lining up Baron Corbin again. We've already seen one pile driver. It looks like we're going to see a second. And surely that's got to be game, set, match. Cactus Jack in with a pin. 1, 2. And got to be this time a 3. And it is. And Cactus Jack successfully retains his Thunder Heavyweight Championship. What a great run this has been for him. A very good victory in the 6-man Elimination Chamber a couple of weeks ago. And here he is now taking on one of the brightest stars in the WWE at the moment, Baron Corbin, and it was a brutal match between these two. And it is Cactus Jack who finally does come out on top. I was convinced at one point that Baron Corbin had won this match. When he hit that end of days, I thought that is the end of Cactus Jack's championship reign. I was convinced that was going to be the case. But Cactus has managed to fight on and on and on and just gets back into it. There was the pin from that front suplex by Baron Corbin. And you see Cactus, this woman with a sign in the front row always does my head in. This is Cactus with the first of the pile drivers. Must have saved 2 up and used them in very, very short succession. There was the first. It was not enough to pick up the 3 count. Only enough for a 2. As the sign person gets the sign up in the way again. Yeah, only a 2. But it wasn't long before Cactus Jack decides that a second pile driver is the best way to go. And there it is. The second pile driver by Cactus Jack. And you knew at that point there was no way that Baron Corbin was going to kick out. And it was enough for the 1, the 2, and the 3 count. So a great win here for Cactus Jack. And now we're up to 3 championships changing hands. And 2 championships successfully retained. And we have 1 more championship to be defended here this evening. That is the Nitro Championship. And that is coming up next for us. As we see Cactus Jack ecstatic with that victory. And here is that main event, of course. It is going to be Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And I only just realised that this is Extreme Rules as well. I didn't mean it to be, but, well, why not? When in Rome. It's going to be a pretty damn good match anyway, so why not add on the extra little stipulation? Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura, Extreme Rules for the Nitro Championship. And here we are. The main event of the evening. The match we've all been waiting to see. I was so excited when this match made itself apparent at our last episode of Nitro when Shinsuke Nakamura won that fatal 4-way against Goldberg, Rusev and Alberto Del Rio. Of course, this match has happened in real life. It was a couple of years ago. We saw Kevin Owens take on Shinsuke Nakamura at Ring of Honor. It was War of the Worlds, I believe it was, against New Japan Pro Wrestling. And that match just set the world talking about how great those 2 wrestlers were. From that, of course, Kevin Owens quite quickly joined the WWE. And now here he is at the top end of the roster. Of course, holding our Nitro Championship and defending it here against Shinsuke Nakamura. I still have to pinch myself every now and again when I think to myself, Nakamura's actually in the WWE. Shinsuke Nakamura works in the WWE. It just doesn't sound right. You tell me a year ago that Shinsuke Nakamura would be debuting at NXT TakeOver at the WrestleMania weekend, and I would have laughed at you. I just did not think it was possible. And now all of a sudden, here we are 12 months later with not only Shinsuke Nakamura, but Austin Aries as well. It's crazy, and Samoa Joe. It's crazy. You think back sort of 2 or 3 years, you never, ever, ever would have even dreamed about these sort of guys being signed to WWE. It just shows that it just seems that the Triple H in charge of NXT and just the way the signings have been going recently, they really are looking for the people that have made themselves really. And you can understand why. I don't see why the WWE have always gone out in the past and they just seem to sign up all these people they think they can make into wrestlers. And now, at least, they're going out there and signing people that over the last 15 years have made themselves wrestlers. Like Nakamura, for example, he's been wrestling in New Japan for about 10, 15 years. He's made himself into the major star he is now. And WWE have gone out and signed him. That's what they should be doing. They should be pinching the best in the world and creating the best shows possible with those guys. And this guy is just gonna make that up to the next level, I think. And I'm hoping he gets up onto the main roster pretty soon. As much as I want to see him in NXT for a while and feud against all the big guys, for me, Nakamura is a name that they can market and a name they can make a lot of money and merchandise sales out of. So getting him on the main roster as soon as possible, I think, is the best bet for WWE. But let's see how he does here in our Universe mode. Nakamura versus Kevin Owens for the Nitro Championship. Will Kevin Owens be successful in his retention of the championship? will we have a brand new champion in Shinsuke Nakamura? Or will I just cough up my guts the whole way through the match and ruin it? That's the third option. Hopefully it's not going to be number 3. I'm starting to get to a point now, I've been commentating for so long, my throat is getting absolute red raw and it's agony to continue onwards. But we're going to get it done, we're going to get through this match. Of course, I recorded a few random matches before this, just to get myself going, just to get my voice warmed up. And I deleted a couple of them because they just weren't very good. But yeah. Because of that, I've been recording now solid for about 4 hours. It is a Friday night, and I think over the rest of the weekend, I plan on recording quite a lot of other stuff as well. I want to try and get my Fallout 4 series started back up, because I'm a big fan of Fallout, and I've not played the game at all. Everything I've played on Fallout 4 has been uploaded. And of course, I'm a big fan of it, so I want to get through the rest of the game and complete it. So I want to get some more of that recorded this weekend. Kevin Owens now bringing Nakamura back up to his feet, and Owens dominating the early exchanges of this match. And there he is, sending Nakamura to the outside. We know how well Owens can use his environment. And there seems to be a yellow spot on Owens. Is that still there now, is it? Yeah, there is. I don't know what that is. Is that part of his attire, or... I've never noticed it before. So I'm getting completely distracted now by this little yellow dot. Oh, it is again. There it is. There on his left thigh. Oh, Owens though with a German suplex on the outside. That's even on the concrete. They're not even on the matting at the moment. And as I say, Owens is so dangerous outside the ring. Really uses the environment to his full advantage. And there he is, sending Nakamura back into the ring. The big boot to the side of the head, and Owens is dominating this match. And he's still not deciding to get a weapon. I thought just then he had the perfect opportunity to dig around underneath the ring and pull himself out a little bit of help. And he probably should have done now, as Nakamura managing to turn the tables on Kevin Owens and get him back in control. But Owens is there again. And Nakamura catches him with the arm drag. And there's a shining wizard by Nakamura using his knees to his advantage. We know he likes to do that. And Nakamura looking for a little bit of help underneath the ring. So himself a kendo stick. Oh, and Kevin Owens just takes it straight off and cabs him in the stomach with it. And now across the back. And I think Nakamura's starting to really regret his decision of pulling that kendo stick out. Knee to the face of Kevin Owens there by Nakamura, followed up by that boot to the chest. And now Nakamura has the kendo stick. And that yellow thing is still on Kevin. I've never noticed that yellow smudge on Kevin Owens before. Is that just a glitch, or is that actually part of his attire? Is it like a label on his shirt? I've got no idea. I've never noticed it before. You'd think in an all-black attire you'd notice a yellow square. Well, hopefully at the end of the match we might be able to get a close-up on exactly what it was. I didn't notice it during the entrance. Big right hand by Owens, and straight over the top in that sunset flip bomb. And this match has been very brutal to start things off. And it has, you know, I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. If we'd done this as one big long video, it would be over 2 hours now, which is pretty insane, which is why I've tried to split it into 2 separate videos, because it's going to make it so much more easier for me to do the editing and the recording and the uploading by having... If I've got one 2 hour long video, it's going to take an absolute age to upload. I don't know if a lot of you guys that don't do any uploads yourself, to upload a normal 1 hour episode of our normal weekly shows like I normally do, just the uploading part itself can take anywhere between, on my laptop, 3 to 5 hours just to upload the video. It takes 2 to 3 hours to edit the video. Of course, I've been recording now since about 9 o'clock, and it's now coming up to 1:30. There's a hell of a lot of work involved in all this, but I'm enjoying doing it. That's the best thing. If I wasn't enjoying it, I wouldn't be doing it, I suppose. Oh, that's a little bit annoying. I told you I've been going for quite a while. The battery on the controller's getting low. How unprofessional is that? Both guys back in the ring. Both guys back up to their feet now as well. But Owens, it is who catches Nakamura. It does look like there is just a yellow label on the bottom of his shirt. I've just never noticed it before. And Owens, a great move there, just spins him around the back and drops him into almost like a white noise into the pin, and it's... I tell you what, I thought the referee's hand hit the mat there for the 3. Owens with a clubbing blow across the back of Nakamura. Now Nakamura just catches Owens, takes him up, and front suplex. Now, of course, Owens won the championship a couple of weeks ago when he defeated Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe, and CM Punk in that fatal 4-way match. Oh, and there's Shinsuke with a cross armbar. That's one of his signature maneuvers. You know, once he's hit a cross armbar, you know what he's got in the locker. But he might not get a chance to use it though, as Owens catches him. And there's the troll package pile driver. In for the pin he goes. 1, 2. Oh, it was close to a 3. It was close to a 3. But it just was not enough to keep Nakamura down. It looked like Owens may have been going for it again there. Nakamura dragon suplex. Or Nakamura Finn there, just taunting the crowd. But Owens getting back up to his feet a little bit quicker than Nakamura may have fought. And Nakamura with looking for the double clothesline, but Owens managed to break free. And now Nakamura does get the double clothesline. And they've not quite got this momentum move working yet, have they? Nakamura went for the diving kick, but completely missed Owens. Bit embarrassing, but now he does catch him with the... Is he going to go for it again? And again, Owens manages to break it up, and Nakamura desperately looking to try and catch him with his momentum. And now Kevin Owens does hit the package pile driver. And you know what? I think we could have another title defense here in the shape of Kevin Owens. 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. A successful night for the big champions, Kevin Owens and Cactus Jack, both defending their championships. Bad News Barrett also defending his United States Championship. But of course we have seen a brand new Thunder Women's Champion in the shape of Trish Stratus. Brand new tag team champions for Nitro in the shape of Blake and Murphy, alongside of course Alexa Bliss. And of course Nitro managed to steal Bayley from Thunder as well. And a brand new television champion on Nitro as well, of course, which is going to be Hideo Itami. So it's been a very exciting pay-per-view. It's been a very long pay-per-view as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. But yeah, it's been a great start off to our Universe Mode pay-per-view wise. And of course, we do have another pay-per-view coming up for you in a couple of weeks' time, which is going to be Extreme Rules for Raw and SmackDown. Of course, we've got a little bit more build-up for that yet. And there is the package pile driver. Great to see. We didn't get trolled. We got trolled the first time, but not the second time. And that was enough to keep Shinsuke Nakamura down. As Owens gets his belt back, he'll be very, very happy. Probably won't have to defend that belt again now for a good few weeks. Going to keep a hold of the championship, which is absolutely great. I'm a big fan of Kevin Owens. Met him a few times. Lovely guy. And he really deserves everything he's got right now. Well, guys, that is the end of this video and the end of our fully loaded pay-per-view. I hope you have enjoyed it, of course, both parts. It's been pretty exciting pay-per-view, actually. On paper, it had a couple of dodgy matches, but I think all the matches have actually worked out quite well. And it gives us a lot to build on as we go into next week's episodes. Of course, like I mentioned earlier on, be sure to check out Nitro tomorrow. We've got 2 debuting new tag teams. And next week, we've got 2 new tag teams debuting as well. So, who could they be? Speculation is rife. Of course, if you have enjoyed this video, then please do hit that like button. It does help me out a lot. Makes the video easier for other people to find and helps me grow my channel and that sort of stuff. And of course, if you are new around here and you want to see a lot more of this sort of thing, then please do hit that subscribe button and check out the channel for all of our Universe Mode are currently ongoing. And of course, we've got the Universe Mode we've done already on earlier on. We did Global Force Wrestling, Ring of Honor, all that sort of stuff. So you can check out all of that stuff. And of course, we do have about 100 random matches online now as well. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to be getting on my channel, and I hope you do enjoy it all. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for our next episode of Nitro.